And we will move on to item number 5, which is our student liaison update with Mr. Haberberry.
Okay, so I wanted to do a little recognition tonight. A couple weeks back, our football team and cheerleaders got on a bus and went over to Murray Ridge School and did a little giving back. So I invited them to come today and tell us a little bit about what you did and how it went for you. So, Coach, want to bring your group up? Sure. By the way, huge group. Thank you guys for coming out tonight.
Yeah, face that way.
Yeah, I took up 2 spots.
Good.
And if you could, guys, if anybody talks, tell us who you are first. First and last name.
Robert Durant. I'm a social studies teacher and football coach. Victory Day, which we did back about 3 weeks ago or so. Just a little background for Victory Day. You know, Victory Day was started in Trenton, New Jersey in 2010. Defensive coordinator out there had a physically impaired son. And the purpose of Victory Day is for cognitive and physically impaired children to have the opportunity to be a football player for the day or be a cheerleader for the day. And early in September, I got an email from Mr. Lamb, our principal, with a link to Victory Day. And the moment I clicked on that link and started reading, I knew it was something that I and my football team would be very interested in. And we did it a few weeks back, and for myself, it was probably one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. And I know, like I told our kids, that day, the purpose of that day was to make those kids have a memory that will last forever. In turn, it also had a memory that will last forever for myself. And I know that our kids and my football team felt the same way, and the cheerleaders. So what I'd like for you guys to do is talk a little bit about just what that day meant to you, / maybe the station that you were assigned or were involved to, okay?
I'm Christy Fennick. I'm one of the cheerleaders, and basically what we did is we helped all the kids that wanted to be cheerleaders. We got them out in the open and made it able to communicate. We made it easier for them to communicate with those around them, and I think it really made a difference in their lives, and I think that we should continue it in their lives because I think it really helped them out.
My name is Lewis Maynard. Basically at my station, I was at the receiving station and I taught them how to catch balls, and I think the biggest thing about that day for me is you don't really realize all the blessings that you have until you see how unfortunate some people have it. And not only was it a life-changing day for them, but as me as well, and it made me take a different perspective in life, knowing that I have been gifted and been able to play things, and you just appreciate the value of your life a little bit more.
Hi, I'm Joey Reaney. So building off of those same things, I was also at the passing and receiving station for Victory Day, and when we started off, I got to know this kid named Sean, and I want to share him in this description because he was such a cool kid. I mean, he did, have the problems where he doesn't get to do the same things as us. So it did show me that I'm lucky to have those gifts and blessings in my life. But he made the best of it, and when I started passing the ball with him, there was nothing else that mattered to him. That's all he wanted to do, and he was having a blast. He was wearing a North Ridgeville football t-shirt, and the first thing he did was show me his shirt, and he was so excited because he knew that he was like connecting with us and got to play football that day. And when you get to personally work with somebody like that and see that it just like brightened their day, and you know that they're never gonna forget it. So it was a great thing to be able to do that for them.
Hi, I'm Billy Zabo, and I actually kind of am used to kids and even adults with disabilities because my mother works at it's called a workshop. So like she helps them like with their work, I guess you could call it. Like they do simple stuff like cutting coupons and stuff, and they get like little paychecks for it. So she's brought me around them before, so it wasn't like a first time thing for me, but it's the same reward every time. Like, I mean, they just get so happy just saying hi to them. They just light up. And I was at the station where they actually got to score a touchdown. We set up an offense and defense, and they got to run the ball, and all the defenders would dive at him and stuff, and they just thought they were breaking tackles and stuff, and it was really amazing. And the one kid stood up to me. His name was Kenny. He was this tall, no joke, and he was a little Down syndrome boy. And every play, no matter where the ball was or anything, he just came at me and just tried to smash me. And he was so persistent at trying to get me on the ground. But then he would help me back up, and oh, thanks, Kenny. They'd push me down again. And it was really fun. And those kids just loved it. When they got in the end zone, everyone would crowd them and celebrate. And it was truly amazing.
My name is James Frederick. I did the touchdown station too, and I was with him, and we were on the line, and we'd kind of go out and pretend block our other teammates while they whip tackles and stuff, and you could see how happy every one of those kids were, not just because there was so many reasons, because they were outside, they were running around, it was a nice day out. On top of that, and I've never seen anybody, a group of people as happy as that, and it was just not as big of if you look at it in a big perspective, it's just one day, it's not a super big deal, but to them it was like the biggest deal in the world, and it was like the best opportunity they're going to get, and I know they're looking forward to it next year. And it felt so good to change their life and also change mine. So.
Hi, I'm Tyler Piper. I was awesome in the touchdown station. We had, like James said, an offense and defense set up, and we'd give the kid the ball, and he'd go run for a touchdown. And we saw the kids, they try to block too. There was just one kid named Sean. I think it was the same kid Joey was talking about. He'd always try to run at me, and he would just smack me. And I'd just get up, 5 seconds later, he's coming at me again, and it was just an awesome moment. It touched me, it touched the whole team, it touched those kids especially. It was just an amazing thing. I think we should continue doing it.
Hello, I'm Brock Nell, and I was also a part of the touchdown station, and it was a great experience to see them, light up when they scored a touchdown. And I met a kid named Brendan, and he wanted to play offensive line right next to me because I was snapping the ball, and every play he'd keep trying to block me, and I'd tell him that we had to block the defense, and he didn't care, he just wanted to keep blocking me. It was a funny situation, but he was persistent at it, so it was a great experience.
Hi, I'm Holden Daly. I also did the touchdown station, but before that, Coach wanted us to help out, with anything else with other stations. I had an opportunity to meet this boy named David. He loved to just snap the football. I'm a skill position player, but still he just wanted me to show him how to snap it, and I would snap it every time. And I'd give the ball back to him right then and there. He would just tackle me every single time, and I would act like I was injured, so I looked like a big kid and stuff like that. And it just made his world, because football players nowadays might get a bad rep, but we were doing something great for our community, and it was just awesome to show that the Vermilion football program is going in a positive direction, and that we're doing good things for this community, and just to see we're being good role models, and to those kids it was just like the Super Bowl to them, and it was pretty awesome. So.
My name is Jared Wright. Well, I was also in the touchdown group. I had a chance to meet this kid named Gus. He was pretty short too. He was a good kid though. He was funny. In fact, I was on the offensive side, and I asked him if he wanted to block him. We kept blocking him. Then he finally got a big hit on him, and he flattened out on the ground. He got so excited and everything. It was just awesome to see the kid smile. And then I went to the Midview game when they played Walsh Jesuit, and I saw another kid there from Murray Ridge. His father thanked us for doing everything that they could, and he was just so happy that we actually got the chance to do that and make their day. But that's about it.
I'm Eric Byington, and like Jared said, we were at the touchdown station, and this little kid named Gus, every time he would help Jared block me, and he would knock me down every time, and his face would light up, and the environment was so just energetic that it made everybody happy that was there, and it was just a great time.
Oh, I'm Ethan Griffith. I'm one of the captains on the football team. I was also part of the touchdown station. One thing I remembered most of all was just seeing everyone's faces light up every touchdown they made. I never seen anybody so happy in my life. I can't remember I think it was Sean or something. One kid wanted to play defense. I said, sure, go ahead. Anyway, he came after me, pushed me down on the ground. I was, and I made it look like it was the biggest hit in this kid's life. And then he went to tackle the running back, which is one of our other players. And same thing, he looked like it was one of the biggest hits he ever had. And honestly, it was just a pleasure that I had the opportunity to be a part of this.
Hi, I'm Lauren Smith. I did the touchdown station too, and me and Brock switched off snapping the ball, and then one kid, Brendan, came over. We wanted to put the jerseys on. I gave him mine, and he loved blocking me and loved pancaking people. That was his favorite thing to do. Always brought a smile to his face, and it was a great time to spend with the kids. And it was something new and something good to do in the future.
Hi, my name is Liam McCullough, and I was part of the tackling station as well as the touchdown station. And whenever they make the touchdown, we'd all gather around them, and it'd make them so happy. It was like a big part of that day. It was just so big. But whenever they were making the touchdowns, we'd all gather around them, and we'd all high five them and say good job. And sometimes they want to put on jerseys and stuff. So yeah, it was pretty good. I like that. I think we should do it again next year.
Hi, I'm Jake Yost, and I was part of the catching station, and I was playing catch with this one kid. I don't really remember his name, but we were playing catch for a while, and then eventually he threw me the ball, and I caught it, and he looked at me and was like, well, now that you caught the ball, you better try to run, because I'm going to get you. And so I kind of played tag with this one kid for a while, and then Trevor Boyd got in on it too, and it was pretty fun, because it just felt really good to put a smile on the kid's face.
Hi guys, my name is Mary Miracle. I was in the cheering station, and this little girl, she was with me all day. She was scoring a touchdown, and she looked over to one of the cheerleaders when we were cheering, and she just got the biggest smile on her face. It didn't leave her at all. And she came over, and she couldn't talk, so she was trying to sign language to me, and she kept pointing to the letters on my uniform, and she would look at the V and then do the V, and then she'd look at the H and do the H, and then the S and then S. And even though she couldn't really talk, cheer, you could tell she was catching on. She was doing the motions, she was learning, and you could tell she was really getting into it. And after, she kept going back and forth between scoring the touchdowns and cheering with us. But all day, she was just talking, and she'd carry me around and just introduce me to everybody. She told me everybody's name. I can't even remember how many she introduced me to. But she just had a personality that you could never forget, and she taught me a lot. You could just tell that she had a great time, and she was one of the people that would just grab someone if they were just kind of leaning back and watching. She'd grab them and make them join in and have fun and teach them other things. And she was just nice to everybody, and she taught me a lot about not only the situation but life, and made me be very grateful about my life and what I can do. And I was very happy that I could experience that with her.
Couple things. First, thank you guys for coming, and these kids and this team and the cheerleaders, and with the help of your leadership, they did a tremendous job that day. It was awesome to see, and I told a couple kids in the end, when I look at one of the fondest memories, there's a lot of that day, but I forget Lewis Maynard. Where you at, Lou? I saw Lewis Maynard on the ground playing catch with the kid for literally 45 minutes and interacting with this kid. And it was a great memory for myself and this team to see how much these young men have grown over the years. The first time I met them 3 years ago. That day, at the end, obviously, as you can tell, most of our kids were touchdown stations. It went by grade, so most of the upperclassmen were touchdown stations. We did have passing station, catching station, agility station as well. At the end of the day, we called each kid up, and we gave them medals, Victory Day medals, and gave them t-shirts at the end of the day. And the look in the kids' faces were tremendous, as well as the look on our own kids' faces. And I want to thank Mr. Lamb for introducing this to me, and thank the administration for giving I and this football team the opportunity to do this, and hope we can continue to do this in the future. Thank you.